Whoop to the whoop. 3 viewers waiting for us, bro. We are a little bit late. My bad. Shout out to DJ Slug, Maskey, Echo Side Fiend in the chat. Homies. Timeline is my jam. Yeah, I mean, Echo Side Fiend, he said that's his jam. That song is a jam. It's a bop. Yeah, give it a spin. Oh, yeah. Let me share this shit on this Insta real quick. Going live now to talk about Colton Grundy, the Undying.
Colton Grundy.
I have a lot of questions about this album. We'll talk about during the show. Still pre-show. Just sharing this real quick.
Hey, I'm a little thirsty. Hand me that Starbucks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Blaze, I do. I want Starbucks. I do. Quit calling me a bitch. I love Starbucks.
Bitch. Yeah, why does that have to be bitch? Oh, he is talking to a bitch, I think. All right, ready, bro? Do it.
Yeah.
Is it the end of the world? Yes, it is.
I don't know what it is with that.
And it's also the beginning.
It must be on a delay.
Beginning of a brand new, solid juggalo.
What's up? Welcome.
Yeah.
We back. I know y'all thought we were gone, but we are back. We took a week off, but you know, sometimes you gotta reset.
Reset.
You know, just when you thought we were dead,
Exactly.
we come back.
And when you're here too long, sometimes you get a little stale. But when you come back,
So fresh.
That is true. All right, so Deck One Adult Juggalo podcast. This is, you know, we might have new listeners. You want to talk to them for a second?
new listeners, I mean, this isn't a podcast from the perspective of some, you know, old schoolers, not from the beginning, but in the prime era.
We don't fake the funk. We're Malenko era juggalos.
Yeah, right in there, right in that prime era. You know, Malenko was coming out, and you know, there was a lot of press, so we were, you know, that's when we came in. But other than that, we just kind of look at the music from a perspective of, hey, we're older now. You know, we had fun when we were in that time, but now we can kind of look at it through another lens of, you know, a different angle, a different perspective.
Absolutely. Yeah, man.
We still have fun. It's all about fun. Don't take it too seriously.
Nah, man, we're just chilling. We're fucking around.
We dropped off for a little bit. We dropped off for a few years there. Didn't really listen, and then we got back in it, and we are.
That's the Juggalo way.
Yeah.
I do want to shout out McNasty's in the chat. He asked if we want Starbucks.
Oh, you know it.
I'm rocking my McNasty shirt right now. Check that out. Isn't that
So
tight?
fresh.
Look at it.
Oh, dude, that is
So fresh.
fresh.
Yeah, I got that at the show I went to last week. We can talk about that
It's
if you
real
want.
dope. It's kind of got like a almost like a 70s, like a 70s rock feel to it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Here, I'll show the viewers.
It's actually really cool.
Yeah,
Really fucking
I
cool
bet you
looking shit.
McNasty did the art himself. Dude, he's the shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I met up with McNasty at the show. By the way, I bought McNasty's album a few months ago. Buy that shit. If you don't already have it, go to McNasty.com or wherever the fuck you get shit. This album rules. It's the shit, dude.
Is it? Yeah, I'm
And
going to listen to it.
and he don't put it on streaming either. He ain't fucking around with no
Are
streaming.
we allowed to go through it?
Yeah, I'm
Are
sure
we
he'd
allowed
like
to
that.
review this?
We should, man. He'd probably enjoy that.
Oh, yeah.
I did. He hooked me up with he rolls with Intrinsic. I did get that new Intrinsic album. He hooked me up with that too. So I didn't know what
Nice.
Intrinsic. I will admit I didn't know what Intrinsic looked like. I've only heard of him. I don't think I've ever even listened to him. But I think most juggalos probably know the name Intrinsic, right? You've heard of it at least.
I thought it was like that was a medical term.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no clue.
I didn't know what it
is.
looked like. I was like, oh, cool. Thanks, man. This album's cool. And he's like, that's my album. I was like, oh, shit. I didn't know that was you, man. Sorry. But yeah, man. Pete McNasty, he's the shit. He's a homeboy, friend of the.
That album cover's funny. Kind of reminds me of like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, that's the point.
Like with the feather boa and stuff.
He like raps about like fucking putting people in wrestling moves and shit. It's
Okay.
like- I mean, it's
Okay.
called elbow drop.
Yeah, I get. Okay, yeah. I'm seeing the connections here.
Yeah, man, peep it. So yes, last week we were off because me and homeboy Gage, which y'all might know from the show, he's been on the show a few times. Me and him went to Indiana, Fort Wayne, Indiana, to watch the Certified Psychos tour, the final concert. I didn't know it was the final show of that tour.
Was it
interesting.
really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
So we got there. I finally met DC Fago guy.
Oh man, really?
Beautiful moment.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was a beautiful moment.
That's cool, man.
Him and his lovely wife Megs, we hung out before the show. We played some Into the Echo Side. They were kind of schooling me because I only played like a couple times. Gage had never played, but he won because he's a fucking Magic the Gathering nerd.
Oh,
and of
come
course,
on.
he knows all the secrets of cards.
Hey man, the secret to power is not using your power. Okay, so like you should have let other people win, Gage.
Well, nevertheless, like we went there, met up with him, met up with Echo Side Fiend, Timmy, and his friend April. They were really nice, cool. I loved hanging out with meeting and hanging out with them. Echo Side Fiend actually hooked us up with these just when you thought they were dead posters here. He gave me 2 of them.
Yeah, there's one over here too on my on my left over here. Yeah, they're really cool.
I mean, he said he spent over $2,000
Are you shitting?
getting those for us.
Are you shitting me?
I know, dude. He's just that's how he just must be rich. I know. That's probably what he felt like as soon as he bought them.
Yeah. Broke
Yeah,
the shit. No.
Don't even act like it ain't official. I know it looks small. It's just because it's way behind me.
Yeah.
It's way behind me. But it's official. It's real. I swear to God.
Yeah, it's like what 100 feet back there somewhere.
Probably.
Yeah.
This is an official. Just when you thought they were dead poster. Do not front. It's so fresh.
It is.
McNasty said we can go through his album sometime, man. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, let's
Thank
do
you.
it.
We'll do that sometime. But yeah, man, we went to the show, met up with them, hung out with them all fucking day. Excuse me, I'm getting over a little bit of a cold.
He said, Echo Side Fiend said, I think he's insinuating that 2 people were actually, in fact, murdered over those posters.
Man, I wouldn't doubt it, man. Those are so sought after. Like, I don't even know how do you get 2 of them? How the fuck do you get 2?
That's crazy. How
Of
do you
the
do it?
probably rarest ICP posters. Man, he did it. But he's a true homeboy for that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
But met up with them, hung out. Then we was like, all right, y'all, we're going to the concert. We all just kind of divided, went to the concert. Me and Gage hung out. Like, we were in a weird spot on the side of the stage. And so we were literally, I felt like we were backstage. Like, it was, I even asked Gage, I was like, are we allowed to stand here? Because it was like a weird, like, the way this place is built, it was like, it's very narrow.
Yeah.
And like, so people kind of just go wherever, but we were standing on the literal side of the stage. I probably could have gave him high fives, like as we were standing there, but we got there just in time to see the ABK and ABK Blaze and Twisted medley is what I would call their performance. They can't like, obviously no Monoxide, but they had, I heard the guy's name is Justin. I don't know if that's true. Some dude that like rolls with them that has like a green mohawk.
Wait a minute, no Monoxide.
No Monoxide. They announced he wasn't going to make the last few dates of the tour because he was sick.
Oh, okay.
So that was known going in. But the dude Justin, I think is his name. Like I said, he just covered himself head to toe. He had like a mask on and shit. Like he just did Monoxide's parts, which was fine. But I would have almost rather just have like Blaze and ABK out there the whole time or something,
Yeah.
doing Monoxide or fucking bring. I mean, Boondocks didn't. We watched Boondocks, by the way, and he was pretty much the shit.
Yeah.
He did a really good job. Dustin is his name. Thanks, McNasty. By the way, McNasty's like, we see him up watching from like the cool guy spot where you can like, where all the, backstage official people could go. He was like watching from back there. I saw him up there.
Oh, hell yeah. Big
McNasty
baller.
performed. I just missed him, unfortunately. But nevertheless, we watched them. They did a cool like performance. They came out and did some Rida songs at the end, which was cool. They were backstage for like two or 3 minutes. I was actually pretty impressed with how quick they did a costume change. But I was actually laughing out loud to myself because it's just so funny to me. You know what's funny? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny to me, like,
knowing that they're back there like rushing.
yeah, like they're underground, ruthless, like murderous, like rapping guys, and then like they go off stage and then they're back like quickly put their fucking new costume on. Like somebody's back like handing them shit, probably trying to get it straight. They're in front of the mirror, like. And then like they come back out looking great. They have the writers' costumes on, and I had to laugh again because I'm not laughing at them. It was cool as fuck them doing the writers' show. Like they came out doing this gangsta shit. You know what I mean? Like it was dope. Like they had the place popping. It was really cool. I was disappointed though in a couple things. Well, I was disappointed in that Boondocks didn't come out and do his writers thing.
Oh,
He's a writer, right? Boondocks is a writer.
Did they do any of the songs from like when he came in? Because he didn't come until like the 3rd or 4th album, right?
Yeah, they did Duck the Fuck Down. When the riders is riding up on you, duck the fuck
So he
down.
wasn't in that?
No, he didn't come out. I know.
What?
That was weird. But they did. I mean, a couple other random dudes came out like dressed as riders, just like hype men kind of guys. But that was cool. Then they went backstage again and did it again for Dark Lotus, and they got their other costumes on. And then they came out and did some Dark Lotus, and they finished on Juggalo Family. It was really cool. I laughed when the Riders was out though because I forgot that ABK's Riders character didn't have an arm. You remember that? You know
What? No, I don't remember that. Wait a minute. Go back. Go over that.
ABK's Riders character his name is Sawed Off, right?
Okay.
But, I mean, it's irrelevant, but I remember like part of his gimmick was that he only has one arm. So it made me laugh when ABK came back. He just came back out with his fucking arm tucked in because that threw me off guard because I forgot about that. You know what I'm saying? So that shit had me laughing a little bit. Like I loved it though. It was so cool. Like they committed. They came out and did Dark Lotus.
I would modify that character. I'd be like, yeah, I got a prosthetic.
Right.
I got a robotic arm now.
I would just like keep it in my pocket or something. You know?
Or I would use it and just be, hey, you ain't got an arm. No, it's robotic. It's
Like,
good.
But our moves like this now. I'm a fucking gangster.
Yeah, start dancing like a
cybernetic
robot.
rider. Yeah, dude. That shit was funny, man. What else? I was just sorry, got caught off by the chat. Echo Fiend, that was Big Vin Dustin. That's the guy that punched CPN.
Oh, wow. Took
Okay.
his phone.
So there's some trivia for you.
He's got that. Took his phone, I assume.
And Salt Off had the extra tall flannel. So that shit was funny. I mean, I loved it. It was so dope, though. One thing that I find interesting.
Were you pretty hyped for the? I mean, were you all good? Were you awake during the show? Did you need anything? Did Blaze offer you anything?
I really could have used a Starbucks at the time.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, disappointed Blaze didn't come out and say that at all.
I know.
We all
man.
know that's his catchphrase, right?
All right. I'm sorry, Blaze, but that is your catchphrase now. You're stuck with that.
Deal with it, bro. You brought this upon yourself.
We love you for it, though. It's not a bad thing.
Absolutely.
When I see you, that's all I want to hear.
I know, man. I'm telling you. But nevertheless, we watched the show. It was cool. They finished on Juggalo Family. Yo, Lotus. They were doing the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It felt good. I know I've hated in the past about Twisted doing the Lotus thing, but I mean, let's keep it real. They have 4 out of the 6 members of Lotus on their team. Like I can't even like hate on them at this point. Like they're the only ones trying to keep it alive.
Yeah.
I gotta give them props for that, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was a super group that Jay, I guess, came up with and created, but like at this point, he probably doesn't. He's not worried about it anymore.
He's removed from it.
Yeah, so fuck it. I'm not mad. Let him do it.
Yeah, man. At this point, I enjoyed myself in that moment. So for that reason, like that alone was like, man, let's like fucking have it, please. Just keep doing it too.
So fresh.
It is. One thing that I found interesting though is like, and I do wonder how Twisted feels about this, is they literally cannot do that concert without Violent J's voice being in several of the songs. Violent J's voice is coming out of the speakers to that crowd multiple times during this show.
Yeah, that's crazy. The fact that, I mean, I guess it's just like part of the woodwork. You can't really change that.
I'm happy that they don't like go out of their way to like
try to change it,
try
make
to
it
change
sound
that.
different. Yeah.
They still like all the songs where they talk about repping the hatchet and shit. They don't change that shit. I think there's one song, I can't even remember what song it was, where Blaze was performing and he did change like one word to whatever from psychopathic or whatever to
Starbucks.
to Starbucks. Of course he did. That's his gimmick. So yes, he changed it from I keep that on the hatchet. I ride for my homies. He changed that to I keep that on my Starbucks. That's exactly what happened. It was incredible.
Quit listening to that damn alien music.
So I mean, I appreciated like Jamie Madrox was just like I couldn't tell if he was just so in the zone during the show or if he was just so like, let's get this over with and let me just do my part. You know what I mean? But most of the show, he was like just rapping his ass off in the back, like toward the back of the stage, like doing his fucking Jamie Madrox thing.
Yeah.
He looked cool and he put on a good show. But there was very, very little interaction with the crowd. Like they might as well have not been there.
I wonder if he's just off when Monoxide isn't there.
Maybe that's part of it too. I don't know.
I mean, it's pretty much a codependent performance with him.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I'm sure it's the same way with ICP2. They're probably off a little bit when they're not together.
Yeah, I could see that. They probably do have like a certain rhythm that's just like when he's not there.
It's
probably
like
fucks
work.
It up.
It's like work. When you work with somebody that like you work really well with, and they're not there, and you got to do it by yourself with other people.
Yes.
It's different.
That's a great point. That's
You know?
that's a great way to put that. But yeah, so I mean, I'm not hating on Jamie. Did a great job. It was just I found it interesting and enough to that I noticed that like there was no interaction at all. But I appreciated that he seemed to just be like it seemed like he didn't give a fuck about like changing lyrics or nothing. So I appreciated that. There was another dude that was front row center like at the show. He was actually a homeboy of Gage. Like he met him. I think he was from their another DC Fago guy's Discord. I can't remember the guy's name. I'm sorry. I'll give you a shout out. But he met up with him before the show. He had his face painted like Twisted, but he was wearing like a hat that had a Hatchet Man on it. Said ICP like right on the bill, like front row center, like you know,
wow.
and like so and I give him props for that because in the end, like. Whether you guys fucking like it or not, these are your fans. So I'm happy that they seem to just accept it, and it's a non-issue.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
truly.
glad, you know.
So I felt that there. It is a non-issue. No one there gave a fuck about any kind of ICP versus Twisted. I was even like thinking like, fuck, I don't have any.
I mean, you got to think the Ninja thing came from ICP, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The Magic Ninja, their record label's name is Magic Ninja, you know?
Yeah.
But
absolutely. So, you know, it felt good. McNasty pointed this out. He said, I like how the crowd says, psychopathic, that's the way it goes. Like they let the crowd say it. He's like, Dark Lotus. Then everybody's like, psychopathic, that's the way. That shit was tight.
So, if you ask me, I'm almost getting vibes like if I would have, you obviously had fun with that show and like you're connecting to like, oh, they're still allowing the psychopathic stuff to be like a part of and present part of the thing. And then you have like the song on their EP they just released where it's like the demon or whatever, you know? So are you kind of getting mixed signals? Or are you kind of getting like torn?
Maybe a little bit. I mean, I think that they, as far as rap goes, they almost have to like address that kind of elephant in the room with it's their career.
Yeah.
It is their fan base. Again, whether they like it or not, they hear Violent J's voice every time they do a fucking show. They can't get away from it. So I don't blame them for putting it out there. And you know, again, I just I choose to believe that every single song they release is in my head canon just a ICP diss song. You know, that's just how it is, but I don't mind it. I'm okay with that. And I'm also simultaneously okay with them carrying on the legacy that ICP started, that they don't seem to be too interested in really moving along. They're kind of almost working on a different legacy at this point.
ICP is, I mean, honestly, if you think about it, Twisted Art and Magic Ninja are now kind of, they've taken up the mantle of what Psychopathic was.
Yes, they have.
And ICP have moved on to be like the Grateful Dead, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame type of shit.
Yes. And you know, that's a good segue too. But I mean, that said,
Speaking of which, there was an article that came out from the Detroit. Was it the Detroit Times? What's it called? I forget
Detroit Free Press, I think.
Yeah, where they're talking about they did a poll and it was overwhelming that people were picking. They gave a list of Detroit
artists.
And it was overwhelming. ICP won over everybody.
It said it was overwhelming. Like
to be inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yes, to give context, that was an article. You sent me that too, where Detroit Free Press did a poll. Which Detroit artists should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? And overwhelming ICP won.
Yeah.
And I actually, when I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame last year, I voted for them. Like, there's a thing you can vote for them on there. I've put them in there.
I think they deserve it. I do.
I think they'll eventually get there.
Yeah.
I don't think they're quite, like, they're still in this weird period right now where I think they're almost there, but they haven't quite, like, I don't know. There's some sort of
they beat over Kid Rock, dude.
Yeah, that was incredible.
That's crazy.
I agree.
I mean, Kid Rock, you would think, yeah, people would obviously vote for him. I mean, I'm sure the rest of the country would have voted for him, but when it comes to Detroit, man, people are picking ICP.
Yeah, man. I mean, they're definitely the more memorable act. Sure, Kid Rock's more famous, yes, but he's hard to even look at as a Detroit artist anymore. Like, people, I think, associate ICP with Detroit. Like, do people even know Kid Rock's from Detroit?
Probably not.
You know, I think that's part of it.
You did in the beginning because he claimed, but at this point,
yeah,
you just think of him as like a, like almost like a country rock rapper guy.
I keep envisioning him being from like Tennessee or some shit, but whatever.
But that to me, that article was a cool, I was like, wait a minute, what?
It gives a little bit of validation to ICP's like legacy and their place in music history.
Now, that being said, I would say the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is not because of like, I mean, obviously it's because of talent and perseverance and consistency and the legacy you've left. I don't want to go and say Twisted would never deserve something like that, but I just don't think they have quite the legacy. They have this consistency, and they have the
talent.
They have the talent, and they have almost the same exact thing Psychopathic did, with only like a few years difference in time.
They have the hunger still,
but it's just they don't have the legacy for some reason. The hate the industry had for ICP made that legacy and helped it.
You're right.
I just don't think Twisted has that, so I don't think they'll ever be even looked at like, oh yeah, these guys deserve a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Juggalos would think that, but like,
I think it would take Twisted like actually breaking through to the mainstream for them to ever really get to that point. And maybe that is the difference. ICP did kind of break through to the mainstream.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Where Twisted never quite has. They could. I mean, they've had.
ICP broke worldwide.
Yeah.
Mainstream.
I mean, Twisted's had a few like radio hits, but they haven't quite like they've never reached that level where they're a household name. Yeah. Where everyone on Earth knows who ICP is.
Yeah. Anyway, I didn't mean to circle back around to that, but like I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that.
And like the fact that you came up under and it was associated with an act like that, it's going to be hard to erase that.
Yeah.
You're never going to be able to erase that.
I think they've kind of they seem to at least have kind of accepted it at this point, or else I don't think they would even perform those songs that have those references or his voice in it. They know what they're doing, and I think they've kind of accepted their place. So it is what it is. I think they're probably still bitter at ICP, but they fully accept all juggalos, which I appreciate. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, because there was a time there when all this stuff was kind of first popping off and really in the ether that, you heard stories that they were kicking people out. They were chanting ICP.
Yeah.
And you got to think it was probably people trying to start shit. Sure. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Butthurt juggalos trying to start shit or whatever. Yeah, fucking kick them out because they're being annoying. Yeah. Whatever. But you heard stories like that and it got under your skin. Like, what the fuck are they doing,
Yeah. I mean, I would like to think that at this point they wouldn't do that, but who knows?
Well, it seems like what you're explaining is like there isn't anything like that anymore. Like that's kind of gone away.
It seemed like a cool vibe, man.
Yeah, like
cool.
There's no,
It was fun, man. That's, I don't know if we talked about it since the last show, but I did. That said, the rest of the night went good. We went home or whatever. But that's why we didn't do a show last week, because me and Gage were driving back from Indiana during the show time last week. So we just kicked it. And
I got to ask a question. You stayed with Gage, right?
yeah.
Who blew up the bathroom first? just curious.
I never took a shit there, surprisingly.
All right. You held it in, huh?
Yeah, man.
Was it like a brick when you got home?
Yeah, I went home and no, man, it was just cool. I don't.
You know what helped you pass that?
What? Yeah.
If you would have had that, if you constipated a little bit, get some Starbucks. Blaze knows what's up.
That is true. We went to IHOP the next morning with DC and Echo Side Fiend, so it was a fun little like.
Oh, see, that's why I'm pissed about that.
Yeah, it was a
I would
fun.
have loved to go to IHOP, man.
It was a fun little like juggalo YouTuber, cool. I mean, if you want to look at it like that, cool little hang. So we talked about all of our other favorite YouTube channels. We brought up Cart Narcs. Me and Megs connected on that. We both love Cart Narcs. Are you familiar with them?
No.
Briefly.
Oh wait, no, you showed me that.
Briefly, yeah.
They like get on people about not taking the carts back.
That's the whole point. And they throw they throw fucking they throw sticker or magnets on people's cars. This is the
yeah, and they get chased and like
Yes.
beat up, like almost beat up.
That's the moment where it switches from being annoying to like where people flip their fucking shit.
Yeah, you're touching their vehicle.
When he throws a magnet on their car. So check out Cart Narcs.
I could see getting pissed too. Like you might think it's a sticker, and you're gonna have to like peel the shit off.
Yeah, a lot of people do get pissed about that. Yeah, we talked about the audit. I've been really into watching these First Amendment auditors lately. I never would do it, but I love them for doing what they do. I think they're annoying as shit, but they perform a necessary service. So we talked about that for a little bit.
What is that? Do they go like to the police and say they're like doing everything wrong?
They go to like public federal buildings like the BMV or the State House or whatever, like some kind of office, blah blah blah, and they just start recording. Even the post office, they record inside, commentate what they're doing, and the whole point.
I've seen some stuff like that.
The whole point is to goat somebody into calling the cops so that the cops can come and then they can tell the cops that they're doing something wrong. And they can eventually get sued or whatever.
I've seen a guy who does that. He does everything like first responders, like paramedics. He goes and fucks with them, dude.
I don't like that. That's uncool.
So stupid.
But these people are literally just recording like an area. Yeah. Sometimes just a public sidewalk, and then people come up to them and say, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he's like, "Dude, I'm just recording. You came up to me."
Yeah.
And it's a public area. They're allowed to record. That's the whole point. But I like that shit. My wife hates it, but I like that shit. So we talked about that. We talked about Chris Hansen. It was a good old time, man. We had a great time.
Well, I'll say one thing. I am very, very, very upset that I did not get to meet in person DC Fago guy.
Yeah,
DC,
man.
You bearded, lovable bear, you. I really am pissed off that didn't happen. My wife had her stupid birthday. I didn't want to be there.
What would you have rather done, honestly? Meet DC Fago guy and Echo Side
I
Fiend.
would have rather met DC Fago guy, hugged him, felt his beard on my face, than even spend 1 second with my wife at her birthday.
I don't blame you, man.
So I miss that, and I would have loved to meet the lovely Megs, and get a chance to interact with that Echo Side Fiend as well. These guys seem like just salt of the earth people, and you know what I mean. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm divorcing my wife as soon as I get home.
You probably should have, dude.
Yeah,
you should have done that prior. Should have done that last week, and then just came with. That way, you could have come without feeling any kind of guilt.
Yeah, absolutely. Me and my wife are getting divorced. From now on, I will spend my existence with this juggalo culture and be alone and die alone probably. But hey, at least I'll get to rub on beards of awesome YouTubers.
That's true, man. I will tell you, I did hug DC Fago guy.
Did you really?
It was amazing.
Was it?
DC Fago is taller than I imagined, but I would also assume I'm probably a lot shorter than they all imagined. Yeah. Everybody always says that to me, but that's okay. But yeah, I got to hug DC Fago and Megs.
They'll probably think I'm taller than what they think as soon as they see me.
So it was fun, man. We had a good time. DC and Megs are coming to the gathering.
Nice.
So you will get to meet them there. Take solace
Echo,
in that.
you coming, bud?
He could not commit. I don't think he's going to, man.
Come on, Echo. Come on, man.
Yeah, it was
We need you in the cuddle puddle.
Absolutely, man. We had a great time. So that was fun, man. That's what I did last week. I'm sure I also me and Chris went to go see Cal Scrooby.
Oh, yeah. Well, how was that?
Man, that was amazing.
Yeah.
That was so fucking fun. That place is the shit, dude.
Yeah.
If you have a chance to go to a show, it's called the King of Clubs.
Is that a newer place?
Yeah, it's in the continent. I've never been there. It is a newer place.
Is it bigger?
It's pretty big.
Yeah, I know that's probably gonna be a newer venue to hold.
It's a perfect
snacks,
replacement for the Alrosa Villa.
Yeah,
And it's
awesome.
nice. They have good food. That place is the shit, man. If you get a chance, you're in Columbus, go to the King of Clubs. Twisted performed there with Static X and Fear Factory a
Nice.
few weeks ago. I had a ticket and I sold it because I was going to go to this show instead. I wish I would have went. That place would have been cool to see them. But Cal Scrooby is the shit, bro. You gotta go. Y'all gotta check him out if you're not hip to him, man.
I don't really know much about. You've shown me a couple things, but I don't know much about him.
He's so good. The show was the shit. But I felt like we were like the oldest people there. Everybody there was like 20 or under, it felt.
That's how it felt when I went to Run the Jewels.
Yeah, I bet.
But dude, Run the Jewels they're older rappers.
I know.
Like I've listened to them, Killer Mike and LP back in the early 2000s, and then I'm going to a show, and it's nothing but younger people, and that just shows you it doesn't matter how old of a head you are, dude. You can attract younger audiences.
It was a
and you don't have to do trap music.
Yes, it was a very interesting crowd. Like I feel like rap shows these days, like it does attract like a younger, like just more like cooler fan base. Like nobody's there like fighting. They're not like pushing all up against each other. It's just everybody's there vibing. I really liked the vibe. I will say at some point during the show, I did have to like just kind of step aside, and my friend, I went with my friend Paula as well, and I had to step aside, and she kind of looked at me like, "Where are you going? Like, why are you going all the way over there?" And she came over with me. I was like, "I'm sorry." The dude behind me, he was right behind me. He was rapping every Cal Scrooby song. He knew every word, but his breath stank so fucking bad. I had to move. Have you ever had that happen, dude? It was nuts, man. His breath was it was rank. But I moved and it felt better. And
Air horn for bad breath.
I enjoyed Cal Scrooby the rest of the time, man. You gotta see Cal Scrooby if you go. Oh, Violent J and Isham and whoever else is on that three-headed monster tour, they're coming to the King of Clubs. Blaze, Boondocks, and Buckshot and ABK, they're doing a tour. They're coming to that venue.
Yeah, that's gonna. As soon as I saw that venue, I was like, man, this is going to be the new venue for.
I'm going to the Blaze and Buckshot show
Yeah.
at that venue. I'm probably gonna skip Violent J just because it's literally like a couple weeks out from the gathering.
Yeah.
I can't keep going to all these fucking shows.
And who's to say he even shows up?
Man, I feel like I've been ranting a lot here. So if you got shit you want to chime in with, feel free, man.
Well-
We got several other things to talk about.
Yeah, I sent you a couple things. We had somebody hit us up.
Okay.
We had somebody hit us up. I checked the Deck One Delt socials and the email, and someone hit nothing.
They just came up with nothing.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Try to maybe you didn't post the link in the chat, but yeah, I mean, people have been sending stuff. Hey, by the way, if anybody out there has anything cool you want to like share with us, or you want to hear us talk about, like, look, we're only two guys. We have fucking jobs and wives. After the show is over, we're gonna bullshit for a little while, and then we don't think about this show. We don't think about the show until next week, all right? So the reason I'm telling you this is because we can only pay attention so much.
Yeah.
If you got shit you want to send us, send it to deck1delt@gmail.com. We'll get it. Hit us up on fucking Instagram or Facebook. We'll read it. I want to point this out. By the way, Mr. Green's in the chat. Shout out to Mr. Green, man. That dude is a true homeboy. He performed at the Twisted show too. I'm fucking missed him and I'm mad. But I met up with Mr. Green at the show. He was being cool as fuck, just chilling with us. You know, I have to shout him out because he's such a cool motherfucker. Mr. Green he hangs out with the Replicon Radio people.
Oh yeah. Mr. Green is the shit. Check the Instas.
All right, I got you.
I have something on there.
But yeah, if you got any links, or my point in saying that was, if you got any links of videos you want us to talk about or anything, please send it over our way. We'll happily talk about it. All right, let me see here.
yeah.
Okay, here we go. I got a request here. All right, there it is.
So this was somebody saying that the person who made allegations,
Yes.
and I think everybody knows what we're talking about. The famous allegations have been going on for a while.
Oh yeah. Do we need to even like address that at all?
We don't have to address it, but someone said that we got sent a video and said that this was actual proof that they had.
Okay, so yes, so there's this bitch that's just a very, very brief. I'm not even going to mention her name.
So someone sent us apparently proof that these allegations are real.
Yeah, there's this bitch saying that Violent J. You all know of the allegations. Shaggy even addressed it. Didn't you see that?
I did not see that.
Shaggy addressed it on his show.
Can we watch a little bit of that?
Absolutely. Here, I'll find it. Somebody posted the clip on our Discord. So you all know of these allegations. This dumb bitch has been posting like nonstop. Like she won't shut the fuck up. There's several Instagram pages about it now, just accusing Violent J of some like horrific shit. We all know, right?
Yeah, we all know. So apparently there's proof. Someone said, hey, there is video proof of this person showing the proof. So I haven't looked at it. I have no clue what this is, but
We are going to watch that. But first, here's Shaggy briefly talking about it. I'll show you guys.
yeah, I haven't seen this actually.
Okay, check this out.
Okay, cool.
I don't know. It's taking forever to load. Here it comes. That is how it starts. Just keep playing that. That's most of it.
On their Facebook and whatever the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? Accusations that you're slanging around. You understand? Accusations that you're slanging around against my people.
Accusations. I love
you better
that.
tread fucking lightly, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, you know what I'm saying? I know motherfuckers since I was a kid. Friends to this day. You know what I'm saying? Don't fucking speak ill on motherfuckers unless you ready to fucking get repercussions from that. You know what you should do when you accuse of somebody so fucking shitty like that? Once you find out that it's not true, you should have to do the punishment that you wanted that motherfucker to get done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you want to sit there and falsely accuse people of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you better come with some shit. You know what I'm saying? Not just fucking little fucking hints and little fucking things. You better come with some smoking pistol shit. Otherwise, you might see a smoking pistol. You know what I'm saying? Not for me. Fuck I'm talking about.
All right, that was it.
But anybody...
I thought it'd be funny because you could almost play it right after every sentence.
I
and
know
match
when
it.
he's going to say it. I just forgot to hit it.
All right. So that's that. But yeah, so she took that smoking pistol line like really to heart, and like they obviously there's some legal shit happening, like yada yada. So she ended up recanting everything, right?
Yeah.
But she did before she recanted. She sent you this video. Is this what we're getting at?
Well, yeah. I don't know who sent it to me. I didn't double check who sent it.
This was sent from an anonymous person.
It was sent from an anonymous person, but they said this is actual proof. Declan Delt, Carver and Kesey, we want you to see this first.
So this is proof. So even though she recanted, this is the actual proof of the allegations of what
she was coerced into and she was tortured and coerced into saying that it didn't happen, but this is actually the real proof it did happen.
Okay. Well, this came straight to declandelt@gmail.com.
Yeah, so here we go. Wait. 3-second rule. Maybe she's talking about 3 seconds of...
Okay.
Is this...
What?
Does she do it in a music styling?
Well, this might be just the intro. Let's watch it for a minute. Maybe it'll get to the point.
Is that her? I've never seen her.
That may be the person who sent it to you.
Is that Joe Biden?
It does look like Joe Biden.
Oh man. Well, tell us the bits, man. Give us the meat.
So wait, what is the 3-second rule then? Since we're watching this,
so Jay has the 3-second rule where he can only look. I guess I don't know.
looking at what for 3 seconds? All right, fuck this. We got played again, dude.
Man,
This shit keeps happening.
Why do people keep trolling us? I don't understand this.
This
Like
is
we
fucking
are a
annoying.
serious podcast, news informative podcast.
You know that you guys know that we you guys know that we really, this is extremely serious business we're conducting, right? You really want to like fuck with us? You want to fuck with what we're
Trying to
doing
fuck
here?
with you. Just yeah, that's how I feel right now. You just fucked with it. You just knocked all my rings out.
Yeah, man, that's how it feels. Like every time y'all send me a video and we play it and we get rickrolled, that's how I feel. Watch. Just like that.
Someone said that looks like Hulk Hogan's ex-wife. Yeah, it does.
You mentioned that.
Looks exactly like Hulk Hogan.
That shit was ridiculous. So wait, what do you think the 3-second rule? She's saying you can look at her for 3 seconds.
I don't know. I think it's something like the way it was like she was talking like, you're a guy who likes me, but you can only look for 3 seconds at another girl if you want to be with me. Past 3 seconds, we're done.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I think it's something like that.
So if you're like walking in the grocery store, I actually did this once, but you actually walk in the grocery store with your lady and like you go like, like, and like you make that noise or
Don't
whatever.
make any noise.
You're like, dang it.
What the fuck?
So if you do that and you're with your woman, you can only do that for 3 seconds before she gets like concerned. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you can only look for 3
You go like,
seconds.
damn. No, Echo Siphene says this 3 second. No, he said the 3 second rule is when you work in a restaurant, drop someone's food, you can pick it up within 3 seconds.
I thought that was the 5 second rule.
That's what I thought too. I've heard that and I abide by that.
yeah.
I think we all do, right?
As do I, yes.
Like you drop it, unless it's like a sticky or wet candy or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
But anything dry lands on the floor, 3 second rule. Pick it up, give it a little.
So I guess that
Make
rule,
sure there's no cat hair on it, right?
Yeah, I guess that rule applies with women, looking at women.
All right.
So
I'll remember that.
Next hot chick you see walk by, like if your wife is looking at you, go ahead and look at this chick for 3 seconds and see what happens.
I mean, if there's
3 seconds is kind of long when your wife is looking at you, look at another chick, right?
well, it is, but I mean, if there's like a fine Latina booty like right there, like in some like in those those pants.
Let's count. Hold on. It's like, oh shit. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Oh, 3 seconds.
You're
can't
good.
Get mad.
You're good. All right. You're good.
That's kind of long.
I know you still love me. I know you still.
That's kind of long.
But 4 seconds, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, 4 seconds. We're
I'm gonna be
done.
like, you'll look back and she's gonna be like this.
We're done. Would that be divorce?
She's gonna give you the look.
Would that be like no?
No, it won't be divorce. You'll have to endure the look.
You have to endure the silent spell, maybe.
Yeah, the look and probably silent treatment for a day. That's it.
Silent treatment. You know what's good about silent treatment is that they don't talk to you. That's the good part.
That part is cool.
The bad part is that you know there's going to be a conversation about it at the end.
There will be an end to the silent treatment.
And then you'll have to talk about it for an hour. Like, why didn't you do this? And why did you do this? And,
See, I mean, be happy. If that's what your wife does, that's actually cool because my wife does the opposite where it's just like, let's just pretend it never happened and then just move on.
I would rather that. I'm kind of jealous that happened.
Hey, you want a wife swap?
Let's do it.
All right.
But yeah, for the 3 seconds. So I'm assuming Jill Biden just said, "Hey, I got info on Jay. Let me make a music video, send it to you." Or Hulk Hogan's wife, whoever it was, they're in on
Linda Hogan. Is that her
Linda
name?
Hogan. Man. Anyway.
All right, man. We're getting off the fucking rails.
No,
here.
I did have I actually had a video I wanted to show you. There's this
Please.
juggalo out there I've been obsessing over, and I truly do think this is one of the coolest juggalos out there.
Is it on Instagram or YouTube?
I think he's on YouTube Shorts.
Okay.
But I sent it, but I think you can find him on Instagram right here. I sent it to you. And go back right there.
Oh, okay. I got it. Yep.
Awesome guy, great. I mean, one of the best storytellers of our time, I would say.
So you discovered this guy. Tell us about him. I don't know nothing about him.
Honestly, I believe this guy needs a spot at the gathering to tell stories. I would sit and listen to him. He's awesome. He's a great comedian, handsome guy. I mean, just everything about him is awesome. So I don't know how many views he's getting, but I want to help this guy. We don't get many views, but for you who do watch, check this guy. He's awesome. I really like him. I'd like to talk to him. I'd like to have an interview with him and see what he's all about.
So this is someone you discovered. This is not this is not us getting trolled again, right?
I discovered this guy
I just want to make that clear.
on my own.
Got it. All right. And his name is, it looks like Bad Guyler.
Bad Guyler. Yes.
All right.
Just watch. You're going to love it.
So I'm at this ICP concert back in 2002, man, and I'm having a good time and everything. And this freaking dude who's on drugs because he is out of his mind, his eyes are all spaced out. He's just running around elbowing people, right? So he gets by me, I take an elbow to the back of the head, and I'm just gonna let it go, like, that guy's out of his mind. Then I look at the girl that I'm trying to hook up with, and she looks at me like, you better do something. So I go over there, I tap him on the shoulder, I go, hey dude, what is your problem? Watch it. And he pushes me down, and I'm like, oh crap! Now I've got to square up to the guy, and I'm not a fighter. So I
come on,
stand up and
you know,
I square
come
up
on.
to him. He squares up to me.
You gonna get
and
him?
I'm actually gonna fight
Go
for the
get
first
him!
time in my life. And then a Faygo bottle that Shaggy 2 Dope throws into the crowd hits me in the head.
Shit!
I hit the ground. I look up. He's standing over me.
Oh shit!
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna die. I cover up, and then all of a sudden, this 5'2" woman comes up, clocks the guy from behind, and knocks him out.
5'2"?
Slaps me on the ass and says, enjoy the concert. So I'm at this ICP
Wow.
concert back in 2002.
So fresh. So fresh.
So is this his name?
So
Old
fresh.
School Kurt?
Yeah.
Old School Kurt?
Yeah, that's it.
So his handle's Bad Guy Lar, L-A-R.
This guy's awesome. Check him out. Bad Guy Lar. He's got great stories. Old schooler juggalo. You're going to love him, guys. Check him out.
Old School Kurt, man. I'm gonna subscribe to him here. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
subscribe to him.
I'll click his page right now.
Give him another subscriber. Come on now.
Do you want to check out another video of his or anything?
Yeah. Does he draw?
It looks like
It
it.
looks like he's got a drawing video.
Sure. So he doesn't do a lot of Juggalo content.
Oh, he's a big juggalo. Come on, man. Don't say that.
Wait,
Look, he's got a fucking Beverly Hills banner.
Oh, you want to watch that one?
Yeah, let's watch that. Come on. He's got a Beverly Hills banner.
We stopped doing show and tell in kindergarten. I feel like my stuff has just gotten cooler since then. You know what? Somebody stitched this.
I got this Insane Clown Posse Beverly Kills banner. One of my favorite albums they ever did. Very rare, hard to find. Violent J, Shaggy 2 Dope. Whoop whoop.
Best juggalo on the net. Come on.
Old School Kurt.
How could
We
you
stopped
not?
doing show and
How could
tell
you
in
not think this?
I mean, that's cool. I wasn't judging him on his Juggalo
Don't judge
content.
him. Don't you dare judge
I
him.
was merely saying he's not like we're exclusive Juggalo content creators, right? He's not. He's trying to be worldwide.
Yeah, he's a star.
He's appealing to the masses.
He's beyond us. He's
but
a star.
He appeals to the kind of like Vinny. He appeals to the masses,
Exactly,
but he
exactly.
stays true to his Juggalo roots, and
Exactly.
that's what's great about him.
And I want to interview him. I want to see exactly what his juggalo roots are. Is that a giant fucking Pepsi can he had? What the fuck is that?
You want to check that out?
Yeah.
All right.
What is that? Just out of interest.
We stopped doing show and tell in kindergarten. I feel like my stuff has
same
just gotten
intro.
cooler since then. You know what? Somebody stitched this.
I got this Star Wars Episode 1 Phantom Menace Cracker Jack container from back in 99, man. I'm a big Episode 1 fan. It's got Anakin on it. Episode 1. That's what I got.
Yeah.
All right, man. That's
Man,
cool.
him and Shaggy
We
would get
stopped doing
along.
show and tell in
Shaggy
kindergarten.
would get along.
Oh wow! All right, he's an interesting character, man.
I love him.
Old School Kurt. We'll have to reach
Fucking
out to
love
him.
him.
Old School Kurt. If you watch this, hit us up deck1del@gmail.com on the socials at deck1del. We'd love to have you on and talk to you. You seem like a down ass juggalo, man.
As I was scrolling through like metaphysical YouTube channels and to learn more about like astrology and New Age religions, I saw him. And I stopped there, and I was like, "Man, this is what I've been looking for. This is the guy that I need in my life."
Wait, so in your algorithm of like metaphysical weird shit, he was also in your algorithm.
he was there.
All right, man, that's cool.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm glad you found him. He really is seems like a funny guy.
I like him, man. I want to meet him. I want to know everything about him.
I'd love to get his origin story.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right, man. Thanks for showing us that. All right, so we're gonna get into Colton Grundy for sure. We will. But there's a couple other things that has happened. If you want to address them and just quickly react or talk to him, we can.
Yeah.
Shaggy released a new single for his upcoming album.
I haven't heard it. I heard about it. Haven't heard it.
Do you want to just listen to it?
Yeah, let's do it.
I hope we don't get copyright blocked or anything, but we're gonna listen to it. I mean, ICP has never copyright blocked us.
Just pause it and skip it and do all that shit.
Twisted has copyright blocked us. though.
Yeah, I know that. I know. Fucking Twisted, damn it.
All right, so let's check it out. Shaggy, Illuminati, something.
Illuminati. What
yeah,
the hell's that
it's
all
called
about?
Illuminati Don't Want Me.
What?
Okay.
They don't want you. Oh, dude. Oh, man, I'm getting theories now. Theories are coming to me.
Okay.
Why is he talking about Illuminati doesn't want him? Come on. Okay.
Check it out. Don't know why it's skipping. Sorry, y'all.
I like that. Okay, so they want you dead. Gotcha. They don't want you as a influential artist. They want you dead.
Yes.
Hmm.
What do you think so far?
Uh, it's hitting to me. It's hitting. It's hitting for me because I'm into these conspiracy shit.
Okay.
You know. I mean, you know the Earth is flat, right?
Shut up, dude. Quit. Don't.
I mean, come on, man. You know it's flat, dude, don't you? Come on. Or it could be a ring. I don't know.
I don't know why our shit's skipping, man. Sorry.
Yeah, why is that happening?
I don't know.
It's
Our-
the Illuminati, guys. I told
It is.
you.
I was trying to troubleshoot it there during that. But anyways, what do you think about that song?
It sounded kind of cool.
It was. It's like to me, it seems kind of like a filler song.
Yeah, it didn't seem crazy. Like it just kind of seemed like he did want to get something off his chest. Like he did want to talk about something, but it
Think
was
so?
he just used it for. Yeah, I think that type of song from Shaggy is like, hey man, I want to say this. That we're looked at as this and that. He's talking about the Illuminati, meaning like, meaning the industry as far as like the higher ups,
Okay.
what they're looked at, like what they're perceived to be from the government, from the FBI, from the music execs and shit like that. Which he's calling that the Illuminati. I think he's calling the government, the music execs, and all that shit the Illuminati. So
Okay.
he's like, they don't want me, they don't like us, they want us dead, they think we're a cult, blah blah blah, that type of shit. That's what I got from it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you're right.
So it sounded like he was trying to say something.
That's a good point. It makes you wonder why he even made a song about that.
It's probably on his mind, man. I'd imagine
Illuminati don't want me, but I think he's talking about how juggalos are like beneath ever needing to like be a part of the Illuminati. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what he's saying, right?
Yeah, I would throw. Yeah,
Is that kind of the same vibe you get?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think Shaggy is good at always putting in that we're juggalos and we can stand together and we're. I don't think he's like. It's still like a we're juggalos and we're cool. We're gonna make it type of shit. He's always got that. Shaggy's always good at having that. I think in his
Repertoire?
yeah,
I got you.
that's his personality.
Yeah.
He is the rock as far as he's the foundation. That's where we get Jay and we kind of everybody questions what's Jay's going through, what's he talking about, what's going on with Jay. Shaggy is always a foundation, right? He's always the ground. So I think he's just basically saying it's like you can't fuck with us. The Illuminati don't want us, but we don't need you. You don't want us. We're good. That type of shit. So,
Okay. I mean, yeah, you could be completely right.
It probably just
it's an
something-
interesting interpretation. I when I was listening to it, I didn't listen super close, I guess, to the lyrics, so I didn't think too much about it. It just seemed like a shit talking song, but it does make you wonder why even make a song called that or about that.
I would hope that Shaggy has gone down the rabbit hole a little bit.
Maybe.
I would hope that. Because I think Shaggy's a good, he's good at perceiving conspiracies like that. He's good at seeing like what's real and what isn't.
Okay.
I think he's good at just kind of like grasping like what is the reality of every situation. And like if he's going down that rabbit hole and he's kind of seeing what's going on, he's like, oh, okay, I get it.
Maybe there's something to that.
And you got to think. I've always had the theory that Malenko was their Illuminati album. That was the album that the industry came to them, the world, the cult of the Illuminati came to them, which is very based in music because it's all based in entertainment. The Illuminati, as we know it, is based in entertainment. It's symbolism, it's music, it's entertainment, it's brainwashing. So it's used mainly in entertainment. So when the industry comes to ICP and say, "Hey, you guys are big, you guys are making all these numbers, we're gonna back you. We're gonna sign you to this label. We're gonna pay for your album." That was Malenko.
Okay. You really think that?
Yeah, they did it. They put it out there. That's why you have all the weird. That's why Malenko, the character of Malenko himself, is a magician. He's he's the one that's creating the illusion.
I don't know, man. I think you're getting into some weeds here, but
And then ICP decided to go against it. They said, "We don't want to be part of this," and that's when they became blacklisted. That's when they started to really become blacklisted by the industry, the Illuminati, the people that say, "Oh, you don't want to be with us, then we're gonna fuck with you for the rest of your lives," and that's what happened. To me, that's the theory that I hold, and Jay has said shit over the course of the years that have kind of alluded to that.
it's kind of made you. It's reinforced it.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's an interesting take. I don't know, man. That kind of shit is weird, and I don't think too. I just try not to think too much about it personally. So just to keep, I'd rather just not waste my time on it. So whether or not I believe,
I do it for you.
I know.
You don't have to do it. I will do it for you.
I know. I appreciate you for that. So I'll just keep being willfully ignorant about it. Oh shit!
Why does your house keep moving, man? Why does your house keep wobbling around?
There's crazy shit happening up there. All right, man. So there's that.
We're underground in a bunker, by the way.
There's one other actual like ICP related thing that has come up that we can discuss. Well, besides the fact Violent J did some interview on a podcast. I
heard about that. Didn't watch it.
And I'm sorry I can't reference it. Go Google it. Google Violent J interview and you'll find it on YouTube. But I watched part of it. And it seemed like he looked good. He was doing, he was sounding good. He was being positive from the few minutes I watched of it. I didn't finish it, but y'all tell me if it's worth finishing. I don't know. I know that, but I was also going to reference he made a video for the song. I don't know if it's called Pitch Dark or Pitch Black off of Bloody Sunday, and it didn't get officially released, but it got leaked.
A video?
Yeah.
Oh, are you sure this isn't a troll?
No, it's real. I watched it.
This is real. You've already watched
Yeah.
it. Okay. Maybe we should screen the things people send us.
Yeah, we should. We definitely should.
I probably won't, but we should.
We should start doing that. So I did watch this. I'll just play it. I mean, whatever. It's nothing to write home about. I mean, we'll play a little bit of it, but you guys decide if you want. It's called Pitch Black. Okay.
So this is leaked. This isn't official.
Correct. This is on some other random dude's channel.
That's definitely Jay.
Yeah, it's real for sure. But I don't know why they hadn't officially released it. Maybe we'll get copyrighted for this. I hope not. But at least it's backwards. Maybe that helps. Jay looks cool in it. This is all the video is, though, the whole time.
I mean, it's kind of cool. I like minimalist videos.
I think Jay's silhouette isn't doing him any favors. It just makes his hairline look crazy far back.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he teases his hair up so you can see it's real thin, but it looks cool when he's lit.
Oh, okay. Maskey said this came with the newest collector's edition for Bloody Sunday, so that's how it got out. Okay, that makes sense. Did you see that, by the way?
I didn't.
It's like $130. It just got released last week. So, I mean, it's $130. It's the same Bloody Sunday.
I'm good.
But it comes with all 3 singles and a couple other things. Obviously, a thing with this video on it. But it looks cool, but, I mean, I'm not paying it. After shipping, it ended up being almost $150.
Dude, at this point, I would almost rather see Jay without his makeup, man.
Yeah? Come on, man. He's got to be the clown, though.
I get it, but like...
Maybe when he does Violent J shit, no makeup. ICP shit.
Yeah, man. I almost think in a video like this, just seeing him as him would be cool.
That would be more like impactful, I think.
Yeah, I think it would. I would think it would hit a little bit.
He looks cool. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, that would be cool.
Imagine just seeing his face with it, because he's got face tattoos and shit.
Yeah, that would be cool.
It's interesting for a camera.
I do agree with that. Actually, that would be kind of cool.
I think it would be cool.
Anyways, that's that, man. That's the only other thing I had on the docket.
I know that's like a controversial top. That's probably a hot take for ICP.
To do anything without their makeup. Yeah.
But I almost think it would be cool to see Jay in a situation where he's like being just him.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Joe.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. That would be sweet. Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
You got anything else before you want to get into the meat of this episode, which is Colton Grundy?
Oh man, no, I don't have anything. That's it.
All right, so Colton Grundy, man. I have a few things to say off the top before we get started. Oh, by the way,
You got anybody you want to call up about this? You got anyone you call? Anybody you want to call?
You know, there's a few important people in my life that I would. I would call my mom.
Would you call your mom?
No, I wouldn't. I would never call my mom. But this is the album, Colton Grundy. I just bought this a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is what had it on my mind. I randomly selected this album for this week. There's no reason to pick it. It's just merely.
Well, Blaze has been in the news.
He has been on my mind. Maybe that's it. But I bought this album. I never owned this album. This album came out in 2004. Blaze is.
Was it that? I was wondering when that came out. I remember it was. Yeah. Actually, I can hear the fucking time frame in the music.
Yeah.
I had no clue when this album came out, but as I was hearing it, I was like, this sounds like Black Rain era. This sounds like Black Rain and Hell's Pit era.
So this is.
You can tell by the recording and the production of the music.
It's so interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
This album it's interesting to me because I was buying all Psychopathic releases, but for some reason, and I loved One Less G. One Less G to this day is literally one of my favorite Psychopathic albums.
It is a great album.
And by the way, side note, Juggalo Rewind, their podcast right now is going through One Less G in the Hood.
Yeah.
Like each episode is about each song. They just did the Saturday afternoon episode. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm looking forward to it because that's my favorite fucking like Blaze song probably. But they're going through One Less G. So if you're into Blaze, check this out. Listen to them. Nevertheless.
Oh, hold on. Before you go, DJ Slug says crazy fact. I guess Jamie Madrox wrote on every song, and I heard that.
I
said the same thing when I was listening to this. I was like, dude, it sounds like some of these hooks and shit. That's Jamie's writing.
He has a writing credit according to what was I just looking at? I was looking at Wikipedia. Jamie Madrox does have a writing credit on every song according to Wikipedia. I don't know where they got that.
I wouldn't doubt it because I heard it.
Yeah. So nevertheless, this album though, like I was still in the zone at this time, but for some reason I never bought it.
I didn't either. Maskey says I slept on this one. I did too.
Yeah. Why did we all sleep on it?
But I remember when I was listening back to this, there was a couple songs I remember.
Okay.
Like the Shotgun song. I remember that song.
Shotgun is the one, like when I first think about this album, that's the song that I think of. And I don't know, it's just because he does play that in concert every time. He played that last week.
That might be it, yeah. I might have heard it a few times.
I forgot about every other song in this album.
There's one with Jay on it.
Oh yeah, by the way,
that I remember too.
Here's the credits, by the way. It's under the CD.
And I will say, there's a Jay verse on this that I really do like.
Madrox literally does have a writing credit on every single. It's written by Blaze and Madrox.
Why is
every
that?
single song?
Why is that?
He's probably just in the studio grinding.
Did Jay not Jay, but could Blaze not write everything?
Ill Connect is not on this. No, I don't know, but maybe Blaze did have a hard time writing. I don't know. This album was
because Jamie also wrote a lot for One Less G, right?
I think so. I don't think he wrote as much, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'll say this: this album was highly anticipated. Yeah, I remember at the time.
Yeah, so do I. And then it kind of dropped, and it was just there was nothing to it.
Yeah, it took 3 fucking years for him to release this album after One Less G came out. I think that was part of it. We had waited so goddamn. It's like a Hoodoo album. When's a new fucking Hoodoo album coming out? It was kind of that same feeling. I love the last one. Give me more. And by the time it comes out, you're just like, meh. All right, bro.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the bang that One Less G did. I mean, and you know, you can't hold people to their first album that's like really backed by a production team and shit.
What is it about One Less G that where it does stand the test of time, and this album is just a
Because One Less G,
not as good follow up.
Because One Less G was backed by Jay and ICP and every producer that was on the card at that time.
Yeah.
They were all like, this needs to be dope. This needs to be a fucking banger. Everybody had something to do with it. And then that's the formula for Psychopathic. We're going to back your first album. We're going to fucking do everything we can. And then after that, it's up to you.
That is true. That always has been the
Yeah.
thing, I guess. Twisted's been the only one that's really been able to keep pushing through that.
And I think that's why this happened, man.
It's
Because
incredible.
this was after One Less G,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
That was the one after One Less G.
Like, I look at this, like, remember Hoodoo had Crystal Skull. It's incredible. Then he followed up with Asylum, which is okay if you've heard it, but this is like that. You know, it's a very similar vibe. This album, here, I'll start playing it, but I do like this album, but the reason I think we just all slept on it is because it's not that memorable, quite frankly. The songs are fine, but...
I got to go check on the dogs. I'll be right back.
All right, go check on them, man. Let me know how they're doing. So it starts. The album starts off with "Bump This." Shh. I have a couple things too. Like this album, as far as Blaze's lore, it really fucks me up a lot. And I almost want to do like, I need to do a planned out, like edited, wrote, scripted, well thought out video about Blaze's lore. I think somebody does. I don't know if I'll ever have the time to do it, but. This is the most confusing shit ever. He just fucks with his origin so many times on this album. It's hard to keep up. Nevertheless, this song is pretty tight. It's an interesting start to the album. It's a very cool, like, here, I'll turn it up a little bit so I can vibe to it. I like Blaze's like rapping. He's just like coming with it. Like this song's got it's got a nice like intro kind of song. I like how he addresses this song at some point in the song. He might have just done it. I can't remember. He calls this song the intro, which I like. You know, he's like, "Oh, not even through the intro," or whatever the fuck he says. I think that's a tight way to like, you know, you wrote this song knowing it was going to be your intro. That's kind of tight. There is no intro to this album. No setup for Colton Grundy. Who the fuck is Colton Grundy? You never know. It's hard to figure out. You kind of find out in timeline. Yeah, this song, I did read that on Wikipedia. Solid Psycho mentioned. It was in the game 25 to Life, which was on the Xbox, probably on PlayStation back then too. Yes. So Blaze, at this time, we weren't sure what the fuck Blaze was doing. Like, he was Blaze Your Dead Homie on the last album and on the EP. This song he comes out, it literally just says, this album comes out, it just says Colton Grundy. On the side, it says Blaze, Colton Grundy. On the back, it says Blaze, The Undying, G. Like, how much more fucking confusing can you get, Blaze?
You know what it seemed like to me? That maybe he was trying to change his persona. He didn't like Blaze.
I think he wanted to rebrand.
Yeah.
Like, look, even on the CD itself. Here, I'll zoom here. Look, it says The Undying G, right? Is that not what that fucking says? The Undying G?
Yeah.
And often Colton Grundy is referred to as Colton Grundy the Undying.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if he kind of took his own. Let's think of something that kind of goes with the dead body gimmick, but let's make it a little more interesting besides just Blaze.
Yeah, we need to. I was saying while you were feeding the rats, like I was telling everybody that like Blaze's lore is very confusing.
It is.
He mentions like his origin, where he comes from. He lives in a casket. Does he sleep in the dirt? Does he sleep? Who knows? Does he come out of a grave every night? Was he born? Was he shot? Like, was he a zombie? I don't fucking know, dude. The song Timeline especially, I listened to that song intently. I'm going to get to that, obviously, but I listened to that song intently like 4 or 5 times. I cannot fucking figure it out, dude. He does a shit job of explaining. Blaze is. I'm sorry, Blaze.
I don't think Blaze was the kind of rapper and the kind of personality to have like deep lore, you know?
Dude, I love Blaze. I really do. His voice is cool. He doesn't do the Michigan J. Frog shit yet on this album. He introduces that in Clockwork Gray. So I like this album. Like, it's just so forgettable. Nothing he says like matters.
Yeah. I will say this, like I said, I listened to this album about 3 times, literally in the past like 2 days.
Okay.
This morning I listened to it twice, so I'll just say that. So like yesterday I listened to it once,
Yeah.
and then this morning I listened to it twice, and I kind of like it. There's some shit on here I like.
It's fun. Like, this is definitely an album you could turn on and like. There's no songs on this album where like, this song's so. It really is just like a cool like album to.
By the
vibe
way,
to.
that sounds like the Riddlebox car wreck.
Oh,
Did it not?
It's
Rewind
a good Easter
that.
egg. Yeah.
Doesn't that sound exactly like the Riddlebox car wreck?
It probably is, dude. There's only so many sound effects, you know. How many times have you heard that freak show door creak? Mm-hmm. It's the very end. Let's hear that again. Oh, that was on the Touch of Death. We were moved on, weren't we?
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. That first Jack and Coke got me a little buzz, man. Hold on. Oh, too late. Yeah. Hey, watch out, man!
It sounds pretty close, don't it?
What the fuck? What the fuck? You know, then you hear
I
the
wonder
real
if that was
guy.
just. I wonder if like as they were in the studio, that was like just on the file. Like,
Yeah, they had the computer.
that was like on the hard drive from like the 90s,
Bro.
and like they just used it.
You know they have a folder that says sound effects that they just pull
Yeah.
this shit from. All right, so this song is Shotgun, the most classic song from this album, I'd say, right? This
Oh shit, we got 17 Ways podcast in the fucking chat.
shout out 17 Ways, homeboys, friends of the show.
And they say
this is his hardest album.
this is his hardest album. That's a pretty hard take, or that's a what do they call it? A hot take. It's pretty good, man. I ain't gonna lie, I like it. I think it's pretty dope.
This album?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. This album actually it's better than like we gave it credit for, but it's still not like great. Like One Less G is great.
This is a dope ass song.
This
though.
song-
I am not gonna lie.
this
The
song
beat
rules.
to this song is fucking fire. With that the fucking the bass line to this and them horns.
Yeah.
Oh, it's dope.
My favorite part about this song is how like into it Jamie sounds.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he sounds.
He's like double barrels,
He can do something with his voice when he just sounds so fucking menacing. I like that line, Michael J.
yeah,
Michael J. Fox.
shaking like Michael J. Fox. Sorry, I didn't mean to do you like that, ABK. Michael J. Fox. Michael J. Fox. So yeah, Colton Grundy, like he didn't stick with this after though. You never heard the words Colton Grundy again.
He probably just learned that he wasn't going to be able to rebrand. He was already Blaze, and there was nothing he could do.
Yeah, it's so interesting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Isham's on this song too.
I know how you feel about Isham. What do you think about his verse?
I think Isham actually comes with it on this song.
Okay, cool.
He's not bad.
Yeah, I didn't think I don't.
It's-
I know you're like, man, Isham just comes in and ruins it.
No, I mean, I don't think he ruins this song. It does sound like a first draft
Yeah.
for sure, but he's fine. I
Okay.
mean, it's what I'd expect from Isham. He appears a few times on this album.
Yeah, I noticed that. I think he's cool with working with them, but like working with Twisted, he just can't do.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he's never on some Twisted shit.
No.
This is Hell's Pit era, so
Yeah.
he was working with ICP at this time too.
Yeah.
He's on the
He was
label and
hanging
shit.
around. He was in the studio and
Yep.
shit. Yeah.
This album used to give the 15s a workout. Oh, okay, I can imagine that.
Do we know production on this, by the way?
Oh, yeah, I was trying to pull that up. It's mostly Fritz. Almost all Fritz. The first couple songs, I think, are ROC, actually. Sorry I scared your cat, Timmy. My bad. I don't know what I did, but I probably screamed or something. My bad. Yeah, he gets a little lazy here at the end.
There's no credits on this.
Oh, it's under the
okay.
it's under the disc. That shit goes hard.
Yeah, first track's ROC. Second track's ROC.
I don't give a fuck about your set type mentality. That's an interesting lyric.
This is Lavelle.
Oh yeah, Lavelle is on all over this shit. I forgot
Yeah,
about that.
Lavelle produced this. This is dope, man.
Yeah, Lavelle killed it on this one. I don't know. This part's weird. Listen to this.
Want to touch me?
Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why have this? It's like, is this his? Is this Blaze's attempt at a skit?
Yeah.
It's weird.
So it looks like a lot of tracks were recorded at Audio Magic and the Lotus Pod.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like about half and half. It's Lotus Pod and then a place called Audio Magic.
Yeah, this little skit at the end is worthless and stupid.
And that might be literally the main thing that made this album not quite as good as. Believe it or not, when it comes to recording, I know
By the way, this song rules. Sorry.
it's pretty good.
When it comes to recording,
When it comes to record, but this is one of those things that kind of fall off. Like to me, the entire album should have had the shotgun feel. Should have had like a consistent feel of like that level. To me, Etched Out is a little lower. It just doesn't for me hit as much. But
the beat hits hard on this song, I think.
the beats do hit hard on this. Like you said, the 15s get a workout from it. But to me, I'm talking about the consistency of the feeling of the album all the way through. I think there's some lacking. There's some areas of the album that lack, and it's just kind of like it doesn't seem like hard Blaze, you know.
It's a little like disjointed. Like it's like just a collection of songs and not
and
an
that's
album.
what I'm getting at. People don't think about this, but when you record, a lot of the times it really does come down to being consistently recording in the same spot with the same people.
That is true.
It really does come down to that. If you are recording around in different spots, and then you gotta go to this producer and this mix and master and get it all done in different ways, it will come out not sounding a consistent thing. Now, ICP were able to do that with a few albums. They were able to record throughout different studios, but I think they had enough engineering people that knew enough to be able to link it all together and make it sound good. Maybe at this time Blaze just didn't have that, you know.
Maybe. So you're saying this album, you're saying what might be lacking a little bit that we can't quite put our finger on
is that it wasn't all recorded in the Lotus Pod.
and maybe it's missing a little bit of like real professional mastering.
Yeah. I think so, yes.
Like a real true pro could have probably
When it's not
brought
all,
this out a little bit.
when it's
you're
not
saying.
all under the same roof, people don't care.
I mean, personally, I think a lot of this album that does fall flat for me. Again, I like this album. I've really been enjoying having it on. Like, there's been very few occasions this week. I've had it in my car all week. There's been very few occasions where I've like actually wanted to take it out.
Yeah.
I only took it out because I wanted to listen to my Cal Scrooby CD that I just bought. But my point is, I did like it, and there's a few songs that fall flat, and to me, a lot of it is, I think a lot of his lyrics are just kind of boring, and
Yeah.
I think a lot of his lyrics also just don't rhyme. Like he does a lot of that on this album. Like it's just it seems kind of lazy. The storytelling to me on every one of these songs, like there might as well but not be storytelling on anything.
Yeah.
Because it's
You
very
can't follow.
hard. It's very hard to follow.
You can't follow his stories. There's a couple story songs where I'm like, dude, that would have been way better of a story on this other beat you did, like, but you saved it for this one.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
just
like he throws lyrics in that like that maybe to him are like continuing the story, but to me it's just like it's making it harder to understand. Like it's like that was a random lyric, bro. Like it's hard to really say what I'm saying, but
I'm wondering if
I'm stupid.
he came in. No, you're not stupid. You're just.
I'm an idiot.
I understand what you're saying, but he came in like you got to think. Twisted kind of held him, got him going right.
Yeah.
We can all agree on that, right? Twisted brought him in and said, "Hey, in the meantime, they're concentrating on their shit and trying to work with ICP and make that situation last and work well, and at the same time trying to get him on his feet and do his thing."
By the way, I like this part.
Yeah, it's a little cool tune. I'm just wondering if he didn't have quite as strong as a team behind him.
Maybe that's all it was.
Twisted had ICP and Mikey Clark behind them when they came in.
Yeah.
And fucking Alex
Yeah.
Abyss. ICP, it's full attention. Mikey Clark's full attention, helping them get everything up
Yeah.
and going. When Blaze came in, it was
Now,
kind of Twisted was like the buffering zone.
Wait, did it say who did the mixing master? I know Fritz did a lot of beats. Let's give Fritz props where he's due. Fritz is a true fucking pro.
Yeah.
And he's a real genius, honestly. But
I'm just saying, One Less G had the full attention of Psychopathic, and then this album didn't.
it does say like engineered Fritz the Cat, mixed by Dr. Punch. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, who's Doctor? See what I'm saying?
Dr. Punch did several songs. He did most of the mixing. Fritz did most of the engineering, whatever that means. What's the difference between engineering and mixing?
Engineering.
This shit is so convoluted. It's hard.
No. I'll tell you exactly what it is.
Please.
Engineering is literally just engineering the song.
What does that mean?
The structure, moving verses, moving hooks.
Okay.
Cutting.
That's not producing.
Cutting stuff out. No, producing is music.
Producing is just making the music.
Production is music.
Okay, because I listen to
Production is making the music. Engineering is moving the music around to where it needs to be.
Let me just real sidebar. I'll let you keep explaining.
Engineering can be anything that has to do with software and trying to put the music together.
Okay. Well, I know I listened to Juggalo Rewind did an interview with Fritz the Cat, and I think they asked him that. They said they even said what is a producer? Like what's producer engineer? And he kind of explained it. It is all kind of mixed and matched. You're doing a little bit of everything.
It's all encompassing. There can be gray areas to where ICP and Mikey Clark produced this album, but it was really Mikey Clark doing most of the music, and ICP just sat there with him and did some input. And they might have moved a couple of verses around and did a little software stuff.
Okay.
But most of the time, production is making the music. Engineering is crafting the song and putting all it together after it's kind of done. You got everything recorded, you got everything produced. Now it's time to make it a song and make it an album.
Yeah.
That's engineering.
But let's make the thing that we're going to send to press.
Yes. Mixing and mastering.
Did you see what 17 Ways and Violet J, the country singer, just said? Dr. Punch is Joe Bruce.
Is he really?
I didn't know that. I truly didn't know that.
That's awesome. I didn't know that either.
Where the fuck did you find that out? Truly, I believe you. I'm curious where the fuck you even hear this.
Was that his name on something?
I've never heard him referred to as Dr. Punch, but this is probably one of those things that every juggalo knows that we're just dumb and don't know.
Just stupid at. But to go on what I was talking about. So when you get to engineering and or when you get to mixing and mastering, mixing is volume levels.
Okay.
And then mastering.
Maybe like putting a skid in or whatever.
Yeah,
too.
and volume and fixing all that shit up, and then mastering is putting everything through filters. And rising and lowering, and making everything
sound as good as it can.
Crispy, like industry standard type shit.
Oh, he said Kuma told him. Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, that's cool. That is cool shit.
River NW, welcome to the show, bro. He said Clockwork Gray is Blaze's best album. Wow.
We'll have to get to that one.
I really want to talk about Clockwork Gray. Maybe we can do that next.
Have you listened to it?
Not recently, but it's been a lot. I remember actually really liking it. And I say that even though right now, if you held a gun to my head and told me to name a song on Clockwork Gray, I swear to God I couldn't name one. I swear to God, I cannot name one.
I can't. I mean, I've never listened to it.
But really? You never listened to it? Wow, you should, dude. I remember it being cool, but here I am sitting here telling you I don't know a single song.
I've never listened to
it. We should do that for real.
Dude, I haven't listened. I barely listened to this one.
This album, no joke, before this week, I probably only heard maybe 4 or 5 times. No joke. 20 years or whatever. It's almost 20. Next year will be 20 years for this album. Wow.
One thing that I know the difference between Violent J and Blaze, I was listening to this album, just, in the background.
Look, Carlos agrees.
Anyways, Clockwork is my fave Blaze album.
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll have to listen to it. There is a good J verse on here. There is a J verse that I really like.
On this album?
Yeah, and I think it might be the one with ICP on it. I don't know.
Yeah, Shaggy randomly shows up, I think, on a couple songs.
Not really into the song.
This song kind of sucks. To comment on the last two songs, which I don't think we did. If I Fall is pretty cool. ROC's on that one is pretty cool. Hey You was all right. That's like the bitch song, you know. Hey You, yeah, what place? What's that? Like that. That song's kind of sick. Let's go somewhere so I can lace you up. What does that even mean? Lace you up. Have you ever heard that as a term?
Nah.
If anyone I'm okay with creating slang. Is that what he's doing there? Is lace you up a known thing that we just don't know here in Ohio? If anybody knows that,
Lace you up. I guess it just means I'm finna lace you up.
let's go somewhere so I can lace you up.
I mean, it's referring to like a shoe. You know, I'm gonna lace up a shoe and make it look nice and tight.
Does that mean he's gonna fuck her though?
Yeah, of course.
Like lace you up means like I'm just gonna get all up in that.
Yeah, of course.
I mean,
That's what it is.
that's what I'm assuming.
I'm gonna lace you up. I'm gonna stitch your vagina up with a shoelace. That's what it means.
Is that kind of okay? I like that.
I'm gonna stitch it up so no one can ever get in it.
Maybe maybe he's gonna shoot ropes all over her. That's gonna lace her up.
I'm gonna lace you up. Maybe make her wear lace, like lingerie.
Okay.
Like lacy lingerie.
Yeah, let's keep speculating on what lace you up means. Let's go somewhere so I can lace you up. I need a thug bitch. He does say he needs a thug bitch right after that. So I wonder if that's
I would assume this. It's like it's all thug related. Blaze is a thug, so I want a thug bitch. I want to lace you up like lace up chucks, meaning I want to fuck you like a thug bitch. I'm gonna lace you up like I'm wearing chucks.
maybe he's saying he wants to bend down and like actually like tie up her shoelaces so she don't trip.
Let me lace you up.
Let's go somewhere so I can lace you up.
Hey, bitch, you ain't laced up. Hold on, let me lace him up real quick.
Hey, bitch, wait, real quick. Bitch, you want Starbucks? First.
You want Starbucks?
Bitch, you
Stand there real quick so I can lace you up.
Bitch, you want Starbucks? And then he's like, hey, bitch, I don't want you to fall. Your foot's about to come out of your shoe. Your foot's about to come out of your shoe, bitch. Let me lace you up. Bitch, you want Starbucks?
My
bitch,
name is
you want
Blake. Colton Grundy, bro. This shit is true. Your shit's about to come out the shoe.
He's like, bitch, you want laced up?
Bitch, you want laced up? Bitch, you want laced up? Who, me? You want Starbucks? Who, me? I finna lace you up.
Oh, okay, laced weed. Okay, maybe that's it. Maybe he's saying he wants to go somewhere. So wait, he's trying to like.
He's trying to like fucking.
He's trying to Bill Cosby her.
Yeah, he's trying to drug her up,
Wow.
get her all fucked up.
Oh, this song fucking rules, by the way.
Yeah, it's good.
This song is probably one of my favorite songs. Life in the city is.
Yeah, I do like this song.
Dr. Punch on the hook.
Yeah, it's a good beat. Let me see.
This song rules, man. Who did the production on this? Raise them up. What? ABK, every verse, he starts, and the first word on every ABK verse has a very prominent S. It never fucking fails. He's like, raise them up. I love Killa, though. He's the
Lavelle.
man. Lavelle on the
I'm
beat?
gonna say Lavelle are my favorite beats on this album.
Lavelle's crushing it on this
Yeah.
shit, bro. Honestly.
And it's recorded at the
Oh, he's just saying as
Pod.
an example. Okay.
The last song out the gate was recorded at the Lotus Pod, engineered by Fritz and mixed by Dr. Punch.
Damn, man.
So mixing is a big part. A lot of times mixing is more important than mastering. Because mixing is involved with recording. The very first thing about the number one thing you got about making hip hop music is recording. Like people go, "Oh, I want to get it mixed. I want to get it mastered. I want to pay all this money to get it mixed and mastered." If you didn't record it right, that shit don't matter.
Yeah, you're right.
Recording is the
Great
number one fucking thing you have to worry about when you were fucking making hip hop.
Because making it sound good is number one.
You have to use your voice. You have to understand how to use your voice when you're recording. If it doesn't fucking come out right, if the mic isn't picking up your voice because you don't know how to project it right, you're not going to sound good. It doesn't matter how much mixing and mastering you do.
You could apply that same concept, honestly, to podcasts. Like, you know, have you ever listened to a podcast that sounded bad? Like, genuinely?
Yeah.
Like, there's some that just, they don't care.
Yeah.
You know? It's something, I make sure that our shit always sounds good. That's number one. You know what I mean? Who the fuck would tune into a show that sounds like shit? bunch of static or fucking shit too loud or whatever. You know what I mean?
But another thing is you gotta talk into the mic. You gotta understand how to use your voice. You gotta
That too.
understand that shit.
You gotta project.
And then after that, after you have laid the foundation of what it's going to sound like, then that's when mixing comes in, and that's the volume levels, and that is another important thing.
Yeah.
If your volume levels are fucked up, when you go to mixing, it's not going to help.
Yep, you're right.
It's not going to help. So you have to do that. So
That couldn't be further from truth.
they're saying Jay's Dr. Punch, so he's doing some mixing on this. So if you're hearing some off mixing, check to see who mixed the track. If it's
Yeah.
Jay,
I mean,
that might mean he doesn't know what he's doing.
Maybe they should have left it to Fritz or Mike P, you know? I don't know if they do I'm sure they do mixing. I mean, I would assume if you can do producing and engineering, you could probably do mixing. It's not like you're like, no, I'm just an engineer. I'm only the guy that can record it and move it around and put it where it needs to be.
Yeah.
I cannot make it sound good. Don't ask me. I imagine they can do it all, right?
Yeah, but there are different thought processes and schools of thought, I guess you could say, to each one of the jobs.
I think it's a physical thing. I think people genuinely have like different ears for shit.
Yeah, you're right.
Because, like, I personally don't think I could be a producer, like, to make music, because I don't hear, like, even what you've told me shit that, like, I'm like, I don't hear that, man. Literally, I don't know what you're talking about. And I've watched videos where people are talking about put this on this frequency and put this on this frequency, and that way they don't interact.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
what
yeah.
the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
so I can't do that. And I know that's part of it. It really is like it's a true talent.
Well,
It's not something anybody can do, is my point.
It's an ear for you know what sounds good. You just have to learn how it all works. You know, that's the main thing.
I know it sounds good to me. You know.
Well, think about this. All humans have the same ear structure. I don't care what the fuck we're all a human being. We're all the same organism.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, your mind may perceive things differently, but your ears are built the same exact way as mine. Unless you're a freak of nature. Which, you know, there are some like that out there, but basically our eardrums vibrate the same fucking way. Your eardrum is not like tuned to a different frequency. We all see the same color spectrum. We all hear the same sound spectrum.
Not all, but yes, you're right.
Yeah, you could be more deaf than
right.
me.
The human body can do it, is your point. The
Yeah.
human can. We as in like you as in a human.
Yeah.
Yes, I get it. I get what you're saying. So yeah, your point is like it's close enough, but yeah, my point is that I think some people just truly do have an exceptional talent
Yeah, there may be that.
to do that.
Just
brain
like
structure.
Just like somebody's taller than you. Okay, cool. Somebody may have a slightly better sense of timing. Somebody may have slightly better. You know, they may be better at hearing something. Whatever.
When you're on your back in a coffin wearing this song's sweet, by the way.
Yeah, I like it.
You like it?
It's all in the mind. I mean, I agree with that to a point. Yeah, it's brain structure. It's mind, but you got to think. You know, 90% of people are all built the same way. Like as far as innards, as far as like the head space. We might be a little bit taller, a little bit fatter, a little bit shorter, a little bit this and that, but we all hear basically the same thing. The frequency, the tuning of the frequencies, we all hear the same fucking shit. No one can hear a frequency outside. We're not dogs. No one can hear. So you got to go off that. You know, we all have the same tools essentially to work with.
Word. I like the beat on this song, but this song, it's a name coming out your mouth. It's just a cool like. This reminds me of some like a West Coast vibe almost, to me.
Yeah, there's some busy production on this album. I would call it not too busy to where I was like, man, this is fucking stupid. I hate this, but to a point where I was like, man, it's interesting busyness.
I like this one.
Yeah.
Days of my neighbor. Look, I like how on Spotify it's literally spelled wrong. It says Days of My Neighborhood. Come on, man. Get your shit together, y'all. Why?
That's an easy mistake.
Yeah, fix it. You know? What the fuck? Days of My
Do
Neighborhood.
you double check everything you type out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But if I saw that, I would literally I wouldn't be able to sleep until I figured out how to fix that. If I accidentally submitted, I actually did that when I submitted our shit. I did actually leave a letter out of one of our songs, and I like made it my life's mission to take care of it. I emailed whoever I needed to email and took care of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
ICP does that shit too. I think even one of Twisted's albums, I can't remember which, the cover for the album is Tunnel of Love for some reason
What the
on
fuck?
Spotify.
Somebody that didn't have their Starbucks that day.
Man. Man, we didn't. You know what? We didn't talk about Vinny at all today.
Oh man, I won't sleep because of that.
I won't sleep until Vinny contacts me back. He will not respond to my messages.
Well, hopefully,
Dude, if he's at the gathering, that's literally going to be all my whole entire goal. If I find out he's there, will be to find him.
I'll be there with you, too.
If anyone is at the gathering and sees Vinny, message me on Instagram or something so I can find him. I need to harass him. I mean, talk to him.
Yeah. Tell the story about the club and the weed. Vinny ain't thug. Well, Vinny's beyond thug. He's like a. I don't know. He's like a Don.
I don't think he's a thug though.
He's a Don.
Oh, seeing DJ Slug, shout out him. He mentioned at the beginning of the show, he said he's working on some beats, maybe for some intros or something. That'd be cool, right? Yeah, bro, hook it up. Send it.
Yeah. Vinny ain't thug.
This song's called Roll It Up. Come on, girl, pour some more drink in my cup.
I didn't like this one. I was like, is this like the obligatory? What is it? The fucking obligatory. What the fuck ever that word is?
Obligatory.
Obligatory. That is obligatory club or girl song.
No, this is it is that, but I looked at it more as the obligatory weed song.
Yeah. Okay.
But yes, they did make it like a club banger too. But it's kind of fun, man. I don't know. I don't hate this. It's fun. It's cool.
I like the next song a lot better.
I like Monoxide on the hook. Come on, bro. Is that Monoxide? Or is that Just Blaze? I don't know. For some reason, I kept thinking it was Monoxide. Maybe
It's
it
hard
is
to
Blaze.
tell. It could be both.
It might just be Blaze. He sounds cool, though. I like it. All right, we'll skim through.
Roll It Up. It says written by Madrox and Blaze, produced by ROC Fritz the Cat, recorded at Lotus Spot.
Oh, it's probably just Blaze. I don't know. For some reason, I got a Monoxide vibe. Oh. All right, this song's sweet.
Yeah, I like this song a lot.
Now, I think this song's like top 3 on here, man. This song's pretty sweet.
That beat is fire though.
Oh, yeah. Who did that? Fritz?
Yep. Wait, hold on. It says produced by Butch and Fritz the Cat.
Who the fuck's Butch?
I don't know. I don't fucking know, but it's Butch and Fritz the Cat. but that piano, those keys right there,
Yeah.
and the way the keys are part of the bass line. So it's like you know what I mean? So the way they fit that together, I mean, this is a funky ass beat right here. I mean, it's 70s bass keys. It's dope. It's got that fucking gangster 70s kind of sound to it.
Yeah, that's dope. Jay sounds good on the hook.
It's got like a 70s sample mixed with like a 90s West Coast kind of sound to it. It's just
That song's sweet.
great. It's awesome.
And look, this is one of the longer songs on here. Most of these songs are 2 minutes. It's kind of weird. But look, the best song, Shotgun, this song, 4 minutes long. I know we keep confusing people when we talk about Vinny. It's not Vinny the ICP kid. We're talking about Vinny Mac. who roll Vinnie Mac and Amber,
Vi-
famously.
What is it? Vinny Mac Kissinger.
Yes, Kissinger's Media. Check him out on YouTube or wherever. Vinnie Mac 1987, I think, on Instagram. He's a staple of the show. We love him very much. He's a great guy.
Love him. I love
Blaze is spitting on this song too.
Yeah, it's hard not to. I mean, this is a dope beat. To me, I miss beats like this in hip hop, man. It seems to me producers are stuck in a cycle of not being able to make beats that aren't like. It's just give me a fucking. There doesn't have to be so much percussion in the fucking drum beat. Just give me a simple.
Yeah, it's not hard. Maybe put like that little like synth or whatever.
And
it's in there.
fucking come at me with a fucking great bass line, other than filling it with fucking stupid percussion. Yeah,
Jay spitting.
Yeah, this verse stuck out to me. I was like, when I was listening to this, when I heard Jay come on, started listening, I was like, man, this era, Jay was he was saying some great shit.
I'll be around until my dying day.
It's like, I'm on tour eating at Flying J.
That's tight. He's,
I mean,
yeah,
he just always comes with funny lines.
brought it on that shit. You know, this is still Jay, like in his prime, still riding that wave. You know.
And I was like thinking about it. There's something that Jamie Madrox and Violent J always did. They would like take household items and throw it into the rhymes. Like even on this album, Jamie Madrox spits a couple verses where he's like talking about just like random shit. Like I take a stapler when I take a paper clip. Motherfuckers hate a shit. But
It's like the specificness of the item.
yeah, they just take like Jay does the same kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like I eat at Flying J.
Yeah. That's funny.
They just always say random shit, like random little household things that everybody knows.
But that's what's tight. That like
Yeah.
those little
which is, I mean, it's obvious because it's one of the better beats on the album, I think.
Listen. Who is that in the back? Who is that? Is that Jamie in the background?
Going to 29 on 94.
The story though is confusing as fuck. I don't know if you're trying to listen to it or not, but here I'll pull the lyrics up so you can read it. It doesn't make sense to me. To me, the song is just he's saying that they're all the same person. I get that, but he's trying to say like Solomon. Then he starts calling himself Blaze's son, and then he calls himself like Colton. Like, so where's Blaze? What do you mean? It doesn't make sense. I don't know. It's very confusing.
Yeah. Well, interesting is that this was written by Madrox and Blaze, produced by Lavelle, recorded at Audio Magic, engineered by Scott Summer, additional engineering by Lavelle, and mixed by Sistarosis Soundscard. Like, there's so many hands on this song.
Yeah, I think the Systematic Sound Squad is twisted.
Systematic Sound Squad, okay.
Like Finally Did the Country Singer, I think said that earlier. But yeah, this song, like the hook is tight as fuck. Time keeps ticking and the timeline ticking. You know, like this should be a song he plays in concert.
So it's probably got if this was mainly a twisted production, then this is probably why it's so good. It's got like a twisted sound.
Yeah, that especially the
Yeah,
that kind of shit. To fulfill the destiny of Colton Grundy, his brethren. But then he says the way he says it, he says brethren, which makes me think he's implying that he's like his brother. I don't, unless he just mispronounced it. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm thinking too much about it, but he's trying to tell a story in this song, and I'm trying to follow. Doesn't make any sense.
Does he have any storytelling songs like this on the next album? Or did he drop it all?
I don't know. I can't remember. I can't name a song off of Clockwork Grace. I don't remember. Don't try to understand the Trinity, my son. Okay, I mean, I like that. He said Blaze is a twisted side project, y'all. That is, I mean, I guess that is true.
I've always thought of it like that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I like Blaze, but
Then at the end, look, he says, to sum it all up, he says, I never had a father, and I am like my brother. To sum it all up, we're all the same, motherfucker. He is I and him. I never had descendants. What? Like, it's just weird.
yeah.
It's
It
very
sounds like, yeah, he's making it more complicated than what it is.
We need to work. Maybe they did just come out with a Blaze comic. Maybe the Blaze comic, like, kind of retcons all this and rolls it all up into a nice little package for us. But this song is still fucking sweet, though.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's not my favorite.
I like that shit, bro.
I like Mr. Dead Folks better.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, this song is the shit for me.
Yeah.
Listen to that.
It's dope. were
spaghetti on the side of your head,
As
like
there were
shredded
jam-
red lettuce.
yeah, as it were Jamie, he's just like making reference rap to like a throwaway line.
Yeah.
Like get sticky with it with double-sided tape. Like it's just
Double-sided tape and get sticky with it. I like how he says it.
get sticky with. I'm like a chain link fence. You can jump over me and get sticky with it.
He's climbing, dude. Shaggy on the hook. I don't think Shaggy has a verse, but he's on the hook. Straight to the top, I'm soaring. Isham does it. Soaring.
Sorry. Like they don't know how to hit the octaves right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it's
I know, it's funny.
these are coming from rappers who don't know how to sing. I'm sorry.
Gonna keep climbing, yo. They're doing this
They
shit.
do okay.
They're
though.
doing like this shit. Like, we're like, I'm climbing, y'all.
yeah.
I mean, I know that's like how you do it, but it's
Yeah.
just funny, like imagining. I'm climbing, yo.
They were able to get the job done and make it sound okay.
Yeah, it's fine. This song is they keep doing this also as like let's just really bring it home, guys.
yeah.
Sorry.
This is it, man. Soaring, climbing, yo.
They're gonna bring it home for like 4 more minutes. This song is 7 minutes. Oh, I think there is like a several minute gap before Blaze comes back in with a super funny like ending to the like a secret ending. You want to hear that part?
I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, it's good. Like so it ends and then there's like a minute and a half of nothing. And then you hear Blaze come in. Oh wait, it's so funny. You're going to die.
Damn,
Oh, here he goes. Hold on. Here it comes.
damn, y'all still here? Man, get the fuck on.
That was it.
Oh my god. That was so great.
I mean, I know me hyping it up is what was stupid and funny about that, but it made me laugh because like the track kept playing, so I was waiting for like a hidden track or like a skit or something, and that's all he did. I was like, all right, man.
They were like, Blaze, you got to do something at the end. We all do shit at the end of the tracks. He was just like, I don't fucking care. Just here, record this real quick.
He should have done. He should have said his catchphrase at the very, very end. Oh, that shit! You should have, man. If you were you were really funny, you would have chimed in with that.
What? Y'all still here?
Yeah, hold on, wait. I'll go
Let's
back.
redo it.
All right, hold on, Leia.
I'm not as funny on the fly, so let's redo it.
I'll edit that out. And we'll go back. Hold
Yeah,
on.
we'll make it seem like I'm funnier than I am.
All right, here you go.
Oh man, what's at the end? What do you mean?
All right, watch
Y'all
this,
still
dude.
here?
Listen, here it is.
Man, get the fuck on.
That's literally the end. That's literally how the album ends.
All right, that's it. Let's wrap this one up.
All right, man. That was fun.
God, man.
Oh shit! All right, man. That was fun.
Yeah, it was
This
a good one though.
this album is so funky, man. It's a funky album.
It had a couple dips into it. For me, it was consistent. It was pretty good consistently, but there's a couple drops where I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
And then it goes back up. Then I'm like, nah.
I'll say this. You know how I always I mention like if my kids will like say like this shit sucks.
Yeah.
I've been playing this shit in the car all week and making my family listen to it every time I get in the car, and
Jesus Christ, really?
and no one has said this sucks. So
Okay.
there's
It's probably just background to him.
there's my family background music review if you want
Okay.
that. So that said, I mean, I agree. This album also, it doesn't suck.
Well, let's go to what have they said? It sucks.
My family really hated Gmo.
Did they really?
Several of my kids said they hated Gmo.
Really?
Yeah,
It's just too lyrical.
I think so. I think they were just mad at his voice, really.
Yeah.
Blaze is more, he's a little more soothing, I think. At least on this album, before he introduces his new voice.
Blaze is a little more. You know what? I did get a feeling. That's another feeling I had while listening to this album. It's almost like it brought me back to a comfort zone of like old psychopathic and like when I was younger.
Okay.
I had that feeling. It was
Sure,
a comfort
sure.
zone feeling. So like, yeah, you're right. He does have more of a soothing, comfortable sound.
I get that. I feel that too. I understand exactly what you mean. Yeah. All right, man. That's it. All right, dude. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, man. There's nothing really to go into. You know, just stay tuned for next week. We'll have an album ready to go, baby.
Of course, you know it, man. We're so consistent, and we're always on the ball and always on time. And you know, you can always go to deck1delt.com and watch and view everything we've ever done and said, and comment on socials and do things and buy things. If you want one of these cool Barkle Brothers blankets, get one.
Bitch, you want Barkle Brothers?
Dude, if I ever met Blaze, I should get him to say that. Bitch, you want Barkle Brothers?
Do like one of those where you pay for him to say shit.
Oh, yeah. Does Blaze have Cameo? I'll get him to say that.
Cameos, is that even a thing anymore?
I think so. All right. Yes. Do all that. Check us out if you want. Listen to us. Listen to Juggalo Rewind probably instead. But definitely check us out after. Subscribe. And look forward to next week when we do the show again, right?
Absolutely.
Let's shuffle the fuck up.
And if you want to call anybody.
Shuffle up on out of here, man. Hey, say your thing.
And slide Colton Grundy back into the deck.
That's right.
Y'all.